Well, hello everyone, and good morning. I'm on my second cup of Joe this morning. I thought I would hop back on the horse, as it were, with our little amateur home videos. In this case, it's not home. I'm speaking to you from the fellowship room of Old Parish Church, as you can probably tell by the very professional background. Because of past experiences, I'm a little bit leery of making big promises about starting up these videos full-time and weekly once again, but I'm going to do everything I can to try to make them a semi-regular occurrence. If I can get back on the horse and post and work on my videoing and editing skills as we go along. And if you're seeing this video, it means that you've probably gotten to my YouTube channel through a link that I put in my weekly message. And so you have my email, and you can either leave a comment or a reaction in the comment section of the YouTube channel, or you can just email me. And I'd love to hear from you, hear how you're doing. It's it becomes even more imperative and more of a challenge in these times to figure out how to stay in touch, how to continue to practice the things that we believe in practicing. Currently in Vermont and the Northeast and in many parts of the country, we're experiencing a spike in Omicron cases, as you well know. So we're all kind of back in a very cautious mode, which is obviously incredibly hard. And one of the things I want to talk about this morning a little bit in this video, as I kind of strum the guitar here a little bit, and I will circle back to a little bit of a song at the end of these reflections. But I want to talk about just the challenge of staying present in our own faith, in our own belief, taking care of ourselves in the challenges of this time. So specifically, obviously right now, experiencing this return to sort of COVID semi-lockdown. We're not exactly locked down, but we're certainly cautious. We all know people who are sick. We all know people who are affected. Pretty much everybody is affected by this latest wave. But to not cut our connection with our larger practice of consciousness. It is something of a conundrum in spiritual practice to think about taking care of self while also keeping an awareness of the world. I think we in Christianity do not do a consistently awesome job of keeping that balance, of remembering to pray for our neighbors and ourselves and our families, kind of the personal circle of care and concern, while at the same time remembering that we have many blessings that we can count, that we can enumerate, that we can be grateful for, that aren't experienced by other people in the world. People, some of them very close at hand here. I'm reminded of the fact I'm speaking to you today on a Friday. The weather predictions for tomorrow are another plunge in the temperatures. At home on the farm, we had some problems with freeze-ups and burst pipes and so on. I'm waiting on plumbers. I'm aware when I talk to my friends who are plumbers and oil and propane delivery people that everybody is struggling with the winter. And if you don't have resources, if you're living marginalized and on the margins of the mainstream culture, it can be incredibly, desperately tough. So right in our own community, there are people who are really struggling with trying to stay warm, trying to stay heated, trying to stay balanced in their lives. So that's another reminder, and a very close and intimate reminder of how important it is to, as Christians, as spiritual people, as people of faith, and as seekers, to kind of to turn a phrase here, to walk and chew gum at the same time, to pray in our lives for ourselves and those who our lives touch, and to keep our awareness continuing to kind of radiate and permeate out into the world, to keep our awareness, our curiosity, our care, our compassion going into the world. And it can be exhausting. It can be really tough because the news is not terribly good in the world these days. It doesn't kind of matter what you believe. If you're awake, if you're a sentient being, if you're keyed into to the media of the time, it can be hard to stay balanced. I'm turning to music a lot these days. I'm turning to meditation and prayer, just simple breath work. If you have a practice that includes some time sitting alone every day, or with a partner or a trusted person, this can be incredibly helpful, incredibly positive in your life. And I think can be incredibly positive in all our lives in a kind of a collective sense, because I do believe that collective consciousness has a way of radiating out from the sources of that consciousness. It has a way of becoming a movement, becoming a source of energy, almost electrical energy in the world. I don't think we always, when we pray, we don't always get, we rarely get exactly what we pray for. But when we have awareness of the world, and when we settle into the space that God has provided, that God has sort of made by God's own nature in the very midst of us, somehow, in some way, we can find a way to discover what the will of the truth is. I recommend turning to any of the media or practice or creative or artistic avenues that work for you. For me, it's the sound of the guitar. It's just this very, very sensual, very lovely sound. I mean, how do you argue with that? How do you pray any prayer after that? May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. A song about not holding back time, but staying in the moment and staying in the breath, staying in the clear presence of God. So may you stay well, stay present, stay connected. May you stay healthy. Watch this space. Continue to check in. I'm going to continue to try to post these little messages when I can, and refine them as we make our way through this time. Hope to see you in church or on Zoom soon. Send me your thoughts and your sense of your place in the world right now. I'm deeply interested in how you all are doing out there in the world. Blessings, peace be with you. Stay safe and healthy. Talk soon. Bye.